hope everyone is enjoying this beautiful Saturday. I hope it's beautiful where you are. I understand that some places are still seeing some winter weather, and I am really glad my dogs are barking. Hush! Be quiet! But I feel like I'm very blessed today because though it's a little chilly, it's warming up nicely and the sunshine is amazing and the blue sky. It's just amazing to me. I wanted to do something a little different. Instead of keeping current, I wanted to do a celebrity Saturday. And this celebrity that I'm going to introduce you to is a bit of, I would say, reluctant in his celebrity. He really did not have a choice in his celebrity. Yet I think he handles it quite well for someone his age. And I'm going to show you his baby, one of his baby pictures, toddler pictures really. And you may not know who it is. And I didn't at first, but this is this person when they were small, very young, and so cute, super cute. And we're going to talk about him today. So here's his picture. If you know who it is, don't shout it out and ruin it. So if you didn't know, that is little Baron William Trump. And he is the youngest child of President Donald Trump and the only child born in the marriage between Donald and Melania Trump. And Barron just celebrated his 14th birthday on March 20th of this year. So happy belated birthday to you, Barron. But you're probably not going to see this because your mother has told several news sources that you are not on social media, which I would assume includes YouTube. I do not know. But Melania is very protective of her son, as is Donald. So you haven't seen a lot of Barron, but I think that is a good thing. I have always had a heart for presidential children. I feel sorry for them. I feel like they're shoved into the spotlight and they have to hear a lot of things and see a lot of things. And I think the Trumps are doing a good thing by not having Barron in the spotlight in these formative years. Barron is the first presidential son that's been in the White House since John F. Kennedy Jr. back in the 60s. Yes. The presidents in the past 35 years, Clinton, Bush, and Obama all had daughters. And Barron is the first to grace the halls of the White House, the first son, presidential son, the first son, I guess, since John F. Kennedy Jr. And he and Melania did not immediately move into the White House after the inauguration of Donald Trump. They stayed in the Trump Tower until Barron finished his school year at Columbia Preparatory School, which was a whopping tuition of $45,000 per year. There's a lot of firsts for Barron. He is the first presidential child to attend St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Potomac, Maryland. Most of the other presidential children attended Sidwell Friends, but Barron is attending St. Andrews, and it is actually less than Columbia Preparatory School, but it's still $40,000 a year, reportedly. So they're saving some money, more bang for the buck there, because St. Andrews is the only school in the United States based on mind-brain educational science. And that is a rapidly growing multidisciplinary science that focuses on neuroscience, the brain, and psychology, and the link between those things and classroom behavior and classroom performance. And everyone who's graduated from St. Andrews has gone on to post-secondary education and been very successful. So I see that in Barron's future. Why would he not? I thought those were interesting facts. Yes. Barron is very left-brained, according to his mother. He very artistic, but he's autistic, not autistic, okay? And he's also very into sports. Yes, he loves all kinds of sports. I would say he would be very good at basketball because although his official height is not on record, Donald is 6'2" tall and Melania is 5'11". And in this picture I'm about to show you, a recent picture of Barron, it seems to be taller than his father. Here's a picture. So yeah, I would think that Barron is probably 6'3", 6'4", and not done growing yet. And so I would say, be pretty good at basketball. But that's just a stereotype. I don't know. He is, though, as I said, very artistic. And in fact, when they lived in Trump Tower before they moved into the White House, Barron had his own private floor in Trump Tower. It was all his. And Melania referred to it as Barron's living room. And Barron was allowed to draw and paint, do whatever he wanted to on the walls on his floor of Trump Tower. And when he was done with it and wanted something else, they would just have someone paint over it and he'd have a blank canvas and he could do whatever he wanted on those walls. I would think as a child that would be absolutely amazing. I would definitely want to do that. That would be awesome. He also loves to play golf with his dad. He likes to play golf with his dad, and he likes to wear suits from time to time. He will dress up. He always has, according to Melania. And so she calls him her mini Donald. She says he's very independent, very bright, very articulate. He's fluent in 2 languages. He's fluent in Slovenian, which is her native language, and he's fluent in English. He dabbles in French, so, kids that are multilingual are, normally they're very much more intelligent than the average child. So he has that going on for him. He has a lot going on for him. I just think he's so cute. Here's some more pictures of him.
I ain't much on Casanova. Me and Romeo ain't never been friends. Can't you see how much I really love you? Gonna sing it to you time and time again. Oh, Casanova, Casanova. Oh, Casanova, Casanova. Every time I wanna see you, I can't find the words to tell you so. But I love, I love, I love, I love, I love you, babe. And I just got to let you know.
He's got really good skin for a teenager too. But I attribute that to this little story that I found out. In 2013, Melania admitted to ABC News that she had always, after his nightly baths, she had slathered him down with her caviar-infused lotion that she actually released it to the public, and it bombed back in 2015. It didn't make it. That line of lotions, moisturizers, skincare, whatever. And so I would say they have it stockpiled. And he probably still uses that caviar-infused lotion. But she said he loved it. It made him smell so clean and his skin was so soft. Yeah. Even though he could probably be a brat, I would say all kids can. According to, people who've been around him, he's very well behaved, and I saw that at the inauguration. Yeah, he was sleepy, he yawned a lot, but what kid wouldn't? My God, I yawned. And I'm not a child. I'm a child at heart sometimes, but I don't want to get off the subject. But he seems very well behaved, and he seems very cutesy. He was playing with Ivanka's kid there, and pee-pie. But I just think he's adorable. And I am glad that they are keeping him out of the spotlight. There's another funny story that I wanted to share with you guys. I laughed so hard when I read this. The former family butler there that was there with them at Trump Tower, he has a fondness for all of Trump's children. His name is Tony Sinecal. And Mr. Sinecal said that of all the children, of all the Trump children, Barron is the most like Donald Trump. And he said that he had a story that he told that portrays, you know, it really seals the deal on this. When Barron was 2.5 years old, he took his breakfast in. Mr. Sinecal took his breakfast into him to serve to him. And he said he walked into the room, and when he walked in, he had his tray there of food, and Barron was sitting in his high chair. Now, he's 2.5 years old, and Mr. Sinecal said that as soon as he walked in and Barron saw him with that tray of food, he said, "Tony, come here, have a seat. We need to talk." I just think that's hilarious. And Mr. Sinecal said that he, you know, even laughed. He was just like, oh my, you know, it was like looking at a little Donald sitting there. He was like, "Yo, you got my toast or what? Get over here, Tony. You and I gonna have a come to Jesus meeting over this blueberry muffin. Yeah, sit down. You got my orange juice there? I don't want apple juice. It causes gas. Yeah, sit down. You don't want to get fired, do you?" I just can't imagine. That's just hilarious to me. But, you know, he's a kid. And, again, I've always had a little piece of my heart goes out to those little presidential kids. And I think that Barron seems to be well-rounded and just, I mean, he is adorable. Let's hope that he keeps that adorable look and that his hair style doesn't gravitate towards his father so much. If he has Melania's hair, he's going to be better off. But I do think that Donald Trump seems to be, at least as where Barron's concerned, a good father. So, anyways, there's our little reluctant celebrity spotlight for this Saturday. I hope you guys learned something about cute little Barron there. And I hope that he remains safe. And, oh, I got to show you this. Look at this little meme that one of my little witty ass friends came up with. Take a look at this. Admit, I LOL'd at that meme. It was funny to me. Just thinking about Barron being like, not in Trump Tower anymore, but this Oval Office looks pretty cool. Kind of boring. Sick of hearing about my dad, how everybody wants to hate on him. And some people just love him to death. I just don't even know which way to go. I feel like I'm kind of trapped in this whole scenario like a rat in a maze. FML. And if you know what FML means, that's why that's funny. But I doubt that that's something that Barron would do. He seems like he's much more intelligent than that and much more well-behaved than that. And the Secret Service probably doesn't have to worry about that so much with Barron. Maybe. I don't know. Because I remember the Bush twins, you know, Jenna and that other one. Whatever her name was, I can't remember. But Lauren, maybe? I don't know. But remember, they were always in trouble for something. The kids. It's got to be a hard job. It's got to be a hard job to be a president's kid, I would say. But anyways, you guys have a good Saturday, and I hope it's not snowing or raining or, you know, dreary where you are, because it's absolutely gorgeous here, and I'm going to enjoy it. And I will maybe see you guys tomorrow. Subscribe while you're at it so you can see more of these wonderful little videos that I do. Just hit subscribe, like this post, hit subscribe, and you'll never miss a thing. Nope, not a thing.